decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready, ready! 60 outlaw. Hey, here we go.
Marino off of play action. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Switch. My chance. Look at me. Go.
Marino here from the gun. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return is Cohen. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Check 4. Slam. Go. Check. Lucky. Safe.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Hey, switch gears. General West. Check 50. Shift. Hey. Go.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Go. 60 on.
3rd and 6.
Hey, watch the slip.
A run here with Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. That throw by Marino incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Hey, Alpha. Double dog. Big grip.
From the shotgun, Marino. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Out of the gun, it's Marino. But when this ball's tipped, it enters. Now the ball comes loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's checking. Crash. You go tight. Go out. You got tight right there. Hey, team 6. Check. Shoot.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. X3. 218, chop. Hey, check 24. 5.
On first down, Dillon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. Defense wins championships, baby. Ready?
2nd and 6. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Go, get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, lock it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Looking to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, rock it.
They go play action with Marino. Completes it to Jennings. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Get him. Check 52. Check 3. Switch.
Now it's Marino. Complete. It's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike,
again, it's Marino. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base. Hey, Foxtrot. You better be afraid. Shoot.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Marino. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mike, 45.
To throw again on second down. Marino. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check. Fresno.
Marino on play action, sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now fourth down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here comes Cohen. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Go.
Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And Marino's throw there incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run now with Brown. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. Ooh, the juke. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Leo!
2nd and 9 now. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And the Bears' first down.
Ready! 30 base. Bravo!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
50 to Mike.
2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Owens. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
Set, ready? Hey, Sam off. 60 Pittsburgh. Now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They run. This is Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Right back to Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Topper! Alert 3, alert 3! Alert 3! Watch the safety creep! Deuce!
Marino sets up. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Brown. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. Taking it about the 16. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
High 7. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That is caught by Cohen. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Recon, 132 fighter. Back. Check 43. Tighten up. Guard. Snap.
First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Show it. Good. Be driven.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
On the set. Watch the blood. X3. 218. Jump. Hey, Charlie. Yes. That's me. Let's go, Mike 50. 2.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Check 45 to Mike. Let him know. Get it.
Here's Marino. And James has it. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Go.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Check 3.
Throwing here, Marino. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Hey, turn it up. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's go.
On third down, it's Brown, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up fourth down. Fourth down, here's Marino. James has got it, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Marino to throw. He finds his man Johnson. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Detroit, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad